Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wizard of Mo Games. My name is Kenny, and today I will be playing Final Girl Series 2. I don't know if you saw our video last weekend. We unboxed about 20 plus games from Kickstarter, GameFound, pre orders, online orders, all that stuff. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We unboxed Final Girl is one of them, Deliverance, The Witcher Old World, Vindication Big Box. Lots of cool games. We've got about 20 plus more boxes we're going to try to do an unboxing this weekend for. But today, I just wanted to get back to Final Girl. I really love this game. Normally, if you've looked at my previous videos, I would mix and match the Final Girl, Killer, and the location. For today, I am just going to play a feature box, everything that's in it. So in this case, for this feature box, our final girl is Veronica. She starts with 5 HP, as I've got right over here, and the bonus health token. You don't know what's under it. It could be more health or it could be no health. Every time she saves a victim, she basically recovers time. That's all her abilities there. Once she saves 5 victims, she gets her ultimate ability. For the rest of the game, you reset the time to 7 at the end of the planning phase. So normally you would reset the time to 6, but now you reset to 7. For each additional victim saved, received 3 time. We are not playing extreme horror mode. Regular mode is hard enough. We've got our planning board here, so we've got all our zero cost cards that we're going to start with. Focus to lower the horror level, weak attack, walk to move, short rest to recover health. And then we've got all our action cards. Search to look for items at certain locations, guard to block damage, sprint, a better version of walk. Improvise will allow us to use 3s and 4s as successes. So our action dice have 5 and 6s are successes, 3 and 4 allows you to discard 2 cards to turn one into a success. And then 1s and 2s are just fails. So improvise turns our 3s and 4s into successes. We have distraction, which is a better focus to lower our horror level. We have planning, which gives us additional dice for our next roll. We have retaliate, which is block damage and return damage. Switch that right there. We have furious. We have our long rest, which is a better version of our short rest to recover health. And we have our Furious Strike and Critical Blow, which are both better attack versions of Weak Attack. As a part of Series 2, they included these signature action cards. There's 10 of them. I only saw maybe 2. One was Intimidate and one Parkour. I don't like to go over or go through all the cards in a game. I like to be surprised as I play. Things pop out. So randomly drew this card, and it is Dodge. Adjust my screen here. It is Dodge, which allows us to defend and move, which I thought was really, really cool. So Veronica has a unique action where she can dodge. So I guess it's kind of like a dodge roll. And then we have this calm special action, which I'll go over once I go over the killer, because it's unique to her. If you haven't noticed, this is a new playmat. The other one had a much bigger horror track over here. It did not have this column for additional action cards. It did not have this column for special feature film cards, which I have amped. I'll go over in a little bit. I can't remember about the events, if it had spaces for events. I think it did. But it does say starting event, which is huge because I always forget to put the starting event. Oh, if I glance that way, I see starting event, and hopefully I should not forget. So that is the board for the most part. So now we are going to go to our killer, who is the Ratchet Lady. Horror level starts at 5. If we're in the green, we get to roll 3 dice. If we're in the white, we get to roll 2 dice. If we go to the red, we roll 1 die. when resolving action cards. She starts with 6 health. Just like us, she has the final token. Could be more health under there, it could be no health. We'll find out. Veronica is planning to take her down, so we'll find out. She has her 2 action cards, so her powers. So her first one, she has Maniacs. Well, first let me go back to the health. So she has an asterisk next to her health. She is one of the few characters that can go above her starting health. So if I were to recover health right now, it would be a waste because I can't go above 5. Ratchet Lady can continue to get health. So going to her actions, she has minions, which are Maniacs. And Maniacs have some special rules. They have an attack and movement value of 1, and they have 1 HP. If we kill them, that does not increase the bloodlust. The big thing to remember for Maniacs is if you are moving out of a space with Maniacs, if the final girl is moving out of space with Maniacs, she will take damage equal to 1 less than the number of Maniacs in that space. So 1 Maniac means 0 damage, 2 Maniacs mean 1 damage, 3 Maniacs mean 2 damage. That is where this special action comes in, Calm. So depending on your success level, you can turn Maniacs back into victims. So we'll see if we can do that a couple times. See what else. Okay, looking at her bloodlust chart. She's got her dark power up here, and she's also recovering health as she goes further up the track. So that's kind of one thing to keep track of. We got to make sure we take her down before her bloodlust goes too high. So it may mean I need to just blitz her and start attacking. Yeah, we'll see how that works. And then her killer phase is basically to attack somebody in her space, prioritizing victims over the final girl. So that is the Ratchet Lady in a nutshell. So now we will go to the location. And so the location, I've got my setup card up here, which I've already gone through and set up the board. You see all our victims, who I assume are residents of the asylum, and maybe doctors and nurses. And then we've got our killer over here with 2 maniacs in her space. Now I noticed that the space she's in is the solitary confinement. And my question was, who let her out of solitary confinement? But then I see there's 2 maniacs in there. So I'm definitely getting the Joker Harlequin vibe here. So they were kind of treating the Ratchet Lady, and she made them go crazy, or they fell in love with her, one or the other. There's 2 maniacs in there. All right, we've got a utility closet, medical storage, and the doctor's office for our items. So let's take a look at the face-up items. So first we have the physician's manual. When taking pills tokens, which I'll go over pills in a minute, or drawing amp cards, which I'll also go over in a minute, draw an additional one. Choose which one to keep and discard the additional one. So that's what that one is. We've also got, we've also got a knife over here. So when I'm attacking, it does 1 extra damage to my attack. And then I've got the defibrillator, which does 1 extra damage when I'm attacking. And after resolving damage, if the enemy is still alive, then they become stunned. So stunned is a new keyword. Basically means the enemy that is stunned cannot move. And so if I can stun somebody, they won't run, they won't be able to move, but they can still attack. Stun markers will go away at the upkeep phase, which is at the end of the round. All right, so back to pills. So you'll notice in the space here, there's quite a few pills. I don't know that I recommend picking pills off the floor in an asylum, but when you have a Ratchet Lady chase you, yeah, you may have to do that. So there are 3 different color pills: yellow, purple, and pink. If you consume one, yellow, you get a heart, you get a health back. Purple, you can move one space, and pink lowers your horror level. If you take 2 at a time, those benefits are boosted. But then you have to draw 2 side effect cards, which are up here. Up here. I have no idea what's in that deck. Like I said, I don't like to go through them. I like to be surprised. I don't know what side effects even are. Is it like I get 1 less movement, or 3s and 4s don't matter anymore? I don't know. If I take 3 out of a time, then I get to draw an amped card. I have no idea what's in that deck. Not even a single one. So once we flip it over, we'll see. Granted, all these are pretty powerful effects. If I get an amp, that might be really powerful effect, is what I'm guessing. But then you draw 3 side effect cards. I start the game with 1, so let's see what it is. It is a yellow, so I'll be able to recover some health. Stun token in the middle, additional pills here. I think I've covered everything. Let's get this started. Let me check my special setups here, make sure I didn't miss anything. It costs 1 time to pick up a pill. There are 3 yellow, 3 blue, 3 pink, and 1 wild. Could be any color. Awesome. All right, let's see what our starting event is. Hospital Gurney. Place the Hospital Gurney token in your space. It can move with you. Oh, that's a lot of text to read. It can move with you, and you can place up to 2 victims on it. You can discard the gurney to ram it into an enemy in your space or an adjacent space to inflict damage plus 1 additional damage for each victim currently on the gurney. The victims are then killed. What? So I can put victims on it, and if I ram it into somebody, they're killed, but I also do damage? Wow, that's... If the gurney leaves play, discard this card. Okay. That's actually not a bad starting event, because I really want to get to that bonus plus 1 time. So I want to prioritize rescuing victims. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to prioritize rescuing victims. Probably want to start walking. If I can grab these 2 right here, the green spaces are exit spaces. Once you get them there, you basically save them. 1 success. I probably don't need short rest and weak attack this turn, so let's discard 2 to make that 4 a success, and move up to 2 spaces for 1 time. And I can take the gurney with me, and I can put 2 people on it. So I could go up and then try to get 4 people out at once. That's a lot of time to recover back at once, but maybe I can use that to get distraction and bump my horror level way down. Doesn't hurt us to take the gurney with us. Let's take the gurney with us. All right. So now I want to do another walk. I kind of want to start staggering my walks and my sprints, but I do need to start moving. Let's do a focus to lower our horror level, and then we'll end our action phase. There we go. So I reduced the horror level by 1, and it cost me 1 time. All right, I'm going to end my phase there because I want to have a walk and a sprint every turn and a focus to manage that horror level. I already see the horror level gets increased twice over here. So we got 4 time to spend. So like we said, we want the sprint for 2. And then I'm not going to get the dodge yet. There's nobody really. Maybe I'll just get 2 close calls and I can use them as fodder for failed rolls. And now let's put all our action cards. Or do I just want 2 sprints? I gotta walk. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so now we are going to go to the killer phase. I'll reset my time back to 6. Cards you use that turn don't go back into the marketplace until the end of your planning phase after you've purchased everything. So now the minions will move. They will target the final girl, and they will move 1 space. So they are going to come out of the solitary confinement. I don't know what Ratchet Lady said about me, but we're both in here for a reason, and now she's gotten other people on her side to come after me. Kind of makes me wish I had people on my side. Victims do not help me out at all. But then I wouldn't be the final girl. So, all right, now we go to the killer phase. So the Ratchet Lady will attack someone in her space, prioritizing victims, and there is nobody in her space. So now we go to the first terror card. There are 10 terror cards. Once the last one is flipped and actioned, then her ultimate or her special ability will flip over, and that's when she becomes really dangerous. Fueled by Madness. We're going to increase the horror level by 1. The killer recovers health equal to the number of victims in its space and adjacent spaces. Oh, and then she will target victims. She will target enemies, prioritizing victims, move, and then kill. So first, increase the horror level by 1. The killer recovers health equal to the number of victims in its space and adjacent spaces. There are none, thankfully. And then she will move. She has a movement of 2. 1. So she's going to do the worst case scenario, which is to move in this room. All these poor people. She will kill one of them. Bloodlust goes up. So that is the terror card. Now we go to the panic phase. Since somebody died in that space, all the victims are going to panic. So there are numbers at the entrances of all these other rooms, and if the dice lands on that number, the victim will go in that direction. Let's see what we get. So we got a 2, 4, and a 5. So there's a 2 here, so she runs into the hallway. There's a 4 up here. Runs into that hallway. And there's no 5. Oh wait, maybe the number is actually the entrance. I think the number is actually the entrance. Or this bubble. So we got a 2, so somebody does still go here. We got a 4, which goes up here, and then we got a 5, which puts her in the hallway with the maniacs. All right, upkeep phase, reveal finale, which is this card up here if there's no tarot card left, and then I can rearrange items in my backpack. All right, so somebody's already dead. I want to sprint first. Let's sprint first. Try to rescue some of these victims. Double successes! That's a move of 3. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I gotta show you this. Move up to 3 spaces. Cost me 1 time. So, since these 2 are on the gurney, I can go 1 up to this space, 2 and 3, and save 4 victims at the same time. And I guess the gurney stays in play. Let's see what this says. You can discard the gurney to ram into an enemy. Yeah. So 2 people will follow you, and then I've got 2 on the gurney. So that's 4 people saved in 1 turn. So we are going to go maximum time. Oh, there's a maximum time of 12. So that's 6. We get the +1, that's 7. 9 time. I basically lose 1. Actually, I could do this. So that's 3, 5, 7, 8. Oh, it's still too much. And I mean, I guess I just lose one. It's fine. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Use outer dial for extreme horror mode. Okay. All right. That is 12. That is awesome. I'm going to go after the killer. I can probably get Furious Strike and Critical Blow. Let's start walking towards her. One success, and I can discard 2. So I'm going to discard 2 to move up to 2 spaces for 1 time. I'm going to take my gurney with me. Let's see here. Be good if I can get a weapon to do the extra damage. Where's the defibrillator? Medical storage. So I could just go get the defibrillator. Let's go 1, 2. I'm going to take the gurney with us. And then we're going to go ahead and use our focus. One success. So horror level that way. And we lose one more time. That was a very good turn. Very good turn. So now we have 10 times with which to purchase. So Critical Blow looks really nice. It's 6. So I definitely need the sprint. Just 2. That leaves me with 8. Do I want to do Improvise and then Critical Blow? That's 9. So I can also reduce horror level. Or I can go with Furious Strike and do 1 less damage. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with Furious Strike. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll get Dodge for 2. 1, 2. And then I'll get a Search. 2 more. That's 0. Reset back to 6. I'll get all my 0 cost cards. My hand limit size is 10. I have 8. Let's put our cards back in the marketplace. Walk and sprint. We got our dodge just in case she comes after us. All right. Killer phase. Maniacs will move towards you, towards the final girl. So we can go here. All right. Killer will kill something in space. There's nobody there. Kill someone in space. And now let's go with the terror card. Boom. Extreme paranoia. All victims in spaces adjacent to the killer will panic. That is a lot of people. You take damage for each victim that panicked into your space. You may defend. Nobody will be able to do that. And then if no victims panicked into your space, increase horror level by 2. I do not like that. So let's go through this again. All victims in spaces adjacent to the killer panic. There's 2 up here. 1 there. That's 3. Technically, this is an adjacent space. Dang, it just had to be in the common room. That's 4, 5, 6. We'll just go, I guess, left or right. Everybody, basically. Oh, no, not this person. I probably shouldn't do it that way because I usually roll all the dice if they're all in the same space, but they're in different spaces, so I gotta roll them individually. So let's go with this one. 5. So it goes up to that room. We'll go to the top for those 2. 6 and a 3. 6 will go in the utility closet. 1 through 4. Oh, in the same space as the killer. She just panicked and ran into the common room, and there was somebody waiting for her. Now it's this person over here. It's a 5. Oh, also in the same space. It's nope. Down here. It's 5 to exit. All right, and now that one person that's in that room, that was already in that room, a 1. Okay, so that person will panic into the room where the killer is. And then this person down here, 2, will also panic in the room where the killer is. Oh my. Good thing it's the end of the tarot card. No victims panic into your space. Increase horror level by 2. 1, 2. That hurts. I gotta get that horror level back down again. Alright, so we got a problem. Because Ratchet Lady's gonna attack next turn, then horror level's gonna go up again. There's no way to get all those people out. So first we're gonna try to sprint. Oh, no. First we're gonna search. That's short rest. One success. I could throw away cards to do 2 successes and then check, but I already know this is a pretty good looking item. We're going to put it in our hand. Make sure I was right. Medical storage. So after resolving damage, if the enemy is still alive, then they become stunned. Okay. Now we're going to sprint. Ooh. So if I do 3, 1, 2, 3, I can go into the space with the killer. I would take 1 damage for leaving a space with the it's probably worth it. I'm not going to walk again. I may do a weak attack. Let's get rid of that and short rest. So I can sprint 3 spaces. So that goes down 1. Oh, wait. My search resulted in time 2. So that's 2 successes. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I take 1 damage because there was 1 extra maniac in that space. So I'm going to focus first. I got to increase my horror level, or decrease my horror level. And I don't want to risk having my turn end. 1 success. So I reduce the horror level by 1. It'll cost me 1 time. So now I'm down to 3 times. I don't know that I want to do a weak attack. I'm just going to go and do a Furious Strike. Furious Strike. Oh. I mean, that's not bad. I want to get rid of my dodge. She prioritizes victims, so she's not going to attack me. So let's go ahead and do it. Get rid of our weak attack and our dodge to make it 2 success. So deal 2 damage by 1. It cost me no time. My Furious Strike was so fast. Reduce horror level by 1. She takes 2 damage. Plus, I have the defibrillator, which is another damage. And I'm going to go ahead and ram this card into her. And actually, I'll have 2 victims on there. That's 3 damage. So in there, I can put 3 victims on there. So that's the last 2 damage. And then I could flip this over and see if she has the final health or not. 2 health. Oh no. I gave her that, what was it? Furious Strike. And when we all thought it was said and done, she just slowly stood back up, grinning. Yeah, she's grinning because I didn't show you this picture, but that's the most you can see. You can't see her eyes. You can't say that she's glaring at you. She is grinning. Wow, 2 health. Oh my goodness, this is gone. So this gets discarded. We'll just stick it there. After resolving damage, the enemy is still alive, and they become stunned. So she is stunned, but it's not like she needs to move anywhere. Awesome. All right, market phase. I get my walk and my focus. I have 3 time to spend. What do I want to do with my 3 time? She might attack me. I'm just going to go ahead and get a guard. But I can't attack her. I was going to say if I could somehow get retaliate, but I can't because I had no time to spend at the end. So it's got to be a guard and a close call, and then we'll just go crazy on the turn afterwards. So search we put back, weak attack we put back, dodge, furious strike, focus, and a sprint. All right, these guys move. This is a very crowded room. Oh, I could have spent 1 time to pick up that pill. Let me backtrack. So instead of that close call, I'll just spend it to pick up the pill. The purple. So yellow and purple will let me recover all if I spend it that way. Okay. Then I just have the guard and my 2 free actions. All right. Killer phase. Yep, so they move toward me. She will attack and take out a victim. Bloodlust goes up. So now she's moving 4 spaces, still dealing 1 damage. Horror goes up. Not the worst thing in the world. All right, now we go to the terror card, which will be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, don't worry, this won't hurt. Ratchet Lady only. Target the final girl. Move twice if needed to. Attack twice. The Ratchet Lady damages you. The closest victim becomes a maniac. I do have a guard. So let's play a guard, which will only affect the first attack. And she's only dealing 1 damage, thankfully. Okay, so I still reduced damage by out to a minimum of 1. So it really didn't do anything at all. That's okay. We'll take it. Let's guard, and then the other one will hit me. Because I have the purple and yellow pill, which means I can recover twice. That means next turn, I still got to survive another attack. Okay. Nobody in the space died, so the victims unfortunately will not panic. Actually, somebody did die, so they will panic. The victims in there will panic. 5 and a 6. Man, where's that success? So she can run out into that space. 6, I believe, to stay there. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Hey, that 1 victim is just going to hang around there. Oh, yeah, my time gets reset to 6. All right. And then upkeep. So I have a walk and a focus. What am I going to do? I'm going to focus. And just lose 2 time. I can't do anything else about it. So I tried to focus, but how can I focus with Ratchet Lady in there and 2 maniacs running around and 1 victim probably screaming their head off? But I got 4 time to spend. I didn't do much that turn. And I'm going to go with the retaliate. That's if she even attacks me. There are no attack cards. Hold on. I've got to walk. I don't plan to walk. If I get rid of this, that'll be 5. That's still not enough. I'm thinking I could do a Furious Strike, but I do have to survive. So yeah, we'll do 4 for the Retaliate. So that's all of that time. I get these guys back. I do have a weak attack in there. And actually, if I hit 1 with the weak attack, plus the defibrillator. Oh yeah, the stun marker went away at the end of last turn. Alright. I got a focus here and a guard here. All my action cards back. Alright. Sure I'm not missing anything. Nope. Killer phase. They're already in the space with me, the minions are, so they won't move again. And the Ratchet Lady will kill the last victim in the space, increasing bloodlust. The next one, I gotta kill her before the dark power gets revealed. Oh, terror card. Terror card. Blood Jolt. No. Horror level increases by 2, which puts me to 1 die. And the Ratchet Lady recovers 2 health. 1, 2. Oh, that is demoralizing. She was down. She was that last chip that gave her 2 health now morphed into 4 health. Oh my god. I do have focus though. Okay, so I can probably get out of this a little bit. Where's my other focus? Oh, down there. Great. Oh, great. Alright, no victims to panic. What does yellow do for me by itself? Recover health. Purple, move 1 space. None of that helped me. If I had the pink, I could have reduced the horror level by 1. Oh my god. Alright. Let's go with focus. It's 1 die. I'm trying to get back to 2 die. Complete failure. So with weak attack, man, this is horrible. Well, now she's just in the space with me. So she's just going to straight up attack me. So let's do a short rest. I gotta get out of this. Oh wait, my time goes back up to 6. So my focus failed and I lose 2 times. So I'm down to 4. I have a retaliate. What else can I get with 4? I can get a furious strike in case that fails. Or a distraction. Do I want a short rest? Oh, yes I do. No. Yes, because I only have 1 die. So I'm counting on retaliate. I have to get at least 1 success. So I only have 1 die to do my short rest with. Should I try it? No, because if I fail, I get the health back. My horror level goes up, which bloodlust goes up, and then time goes down. I'd rather just spend this yellow and purple. Take these yellow and purple pills to recover all my health. 4, 5. Which means draw 2 side effect cards. 1, 2. We're just going to look at these together. No effect. Let's see here. May cause uncontrollable bowel movements. Oh, thank God that didn't happen. And then the next one, discard 1 random item card if able. Do not draw any more side effect cards. It was right here a second ago. Where did I put it? And why is this thing so fuzzy? No, so I lose my defibrillator, which was going to give me the bonus damage. Things are just going from bad to worse. Oh no. And she's got 4 health. Oh no. Okay. It's not good. She's only dealing 1 damage, so we probably won't retaliate. We'll probably just take it head on. We don't plan to walk, so let's discard a walk 2-time. I won't get the short rest back this turn, so I'm not going to burn it. Let's get rid of 2 walks for 2-time, taking us back up to 6. Go to the marketplace and get our focus. Man, I want to attack, but it's scary. I have to do distraction. I gotta focus. Yeah, I gotta place 1 focus. And then I have to do a distraction for 3. Takes me down to 3. I have 3 left. Improvise. That's all my time. Reset it back to 6. Reset my 0 costs. And killer phase. So maniacs will move towards me. They're already there. And then she will hit me for 1. Actually, I guess I should use retaliate. Yeah. I'm going to use retaliate. Just hope I get a 6. 5. Yes, I got the 5. So reduce damage from attack by 2 and then deal 1 damage. I dealt 1 damage and I took no damage. If I had the other thing, that would have been 2 damage to her. Man. Tarot card. Instant lust, minor dark power. Whenever at least 1 victim becomes a maniac, bloodlust. And then the heart. I think that means, she has 1 extra health. That's what that means. Just back up to 4. All right. No victims to panic. It's not the finale. My turn again. So the first thing we want to do is a focus. Gotta get out of this. Yes. Reduce the horror level by 1. It cost me 1 time. All right. Now we're going to do improvise. Well, if I fail, the horror level will go back up. So should I do distraction first? I'll do an improvise so I can get a better distraction. Okay, I at least got 1. So for the next horror roll, only 3 and 4 are successes. Now let's do distraction. Only 1. So reduce the horror level by 1 and time goes up by 1. And get the 2, but that's okay. I got a short rest and a weak attack. I am going to weak attack. No dice. Yep. And a failure means I lose 1 health and I end my turn. I've got 6 time to spend. I don't want to do dodge, so I'm just going to do a guard for 2. And then a furious strike for 4. Reset 6 at the end. And all these other ones go back. 0 costs, distraction, improvise, focus, retaliate. All right. Maniacs don't do anything. She will attack me for 1. I will take it. I'm going to save my guard for a tarot card in case there's an attack. Whispers in the dark. There are no victims on the board. Discard. There are victims. The closest victim to the Ratchet Lady becomes a maniac. There's 2. I guess it doesn't matter which one. Maniacs only. They'll move towards the final girl. They'll attack and then increase their bloodlust. And then increase the bloodlust. Wow. Okay. So, the closest victim. Well, I guess it does matter. So, 1, 2, 3 up top, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom. So the bottom one into here. Actually becomes a maniac. Oh, whenever at least one victim becomes a maniac, bloodlust. Which means this gets opened. Whenever a maniac is placed on the board, immediately trigger an action for it. So that's her dark power. So good thing that happened in reverse order, because that means it would have moved. Well, it's still going to move. That is 3 attack coming in at me. Okay, so now they just decided to attack. So I'm going to use a guard, because if I take 3, that puts me down to the end there. No success. Wow. Reduce damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. That didn't happen. Oops. So I take 3 damage. 1, 2. And just like the killer, I'm going to see what this one does. Wow. I killed Veronica. I can't believe it ended like that. I can't believe it. That rise at the end. This token right here, giving her the 2 health, then getting the dark power. Oh my goodness. So that is Veronica fighting against the Ratchet Lady at the Wolfe Asylum. Veronica has fallen. It wasn't a great idea to rush the killer. I don't know. So let me know what you think about Series 2 so far. I'm going to open the other feature films, get them sleeved, and then do a mix and match. And I'll see you at the next location. Thanks.